Alright, what's good, y'all? So today I'm gonna be doing a trading recap, and yeah, I haven't done one in a long time, so you guys probably are gonna watch me make some mistakes a little bit, but overall, I think we should be okay. Uh, yeah, so we ended up taking a short today. I'll go through that long maybe later. But yeah, we took a short today on Nasdaq, and I'll explain to you guys why I decided to take a short. So usually I don't really care about the 4 hour. I mean, you could honestly look at the 4 hour, but me personally, I just don't. Um, but we always start with the hourly, and just looking at this, all right. When you look at these candles, like obviously, what is your bias of the day? Yes, we could be looking for some kind of retracement, but overall, we are pretty bearish. So like during the 5 a.m. candle, or around like when I woke up, it was around like 6 o'clock. Um, yeah, we were just ranging around here. So obviously the levels of liquidity that we wanted to target was either this level or this level, all right? And we have yet to even come past it during like I don't know, I think it was like 610, right? So these were the levels we were targeting. Now, what we want to do is we want to scale down to the 30 minute. Well, I guess, yeah, I can scale down to the 30 minute. All right, now we have a bearish fair value gap here, and then scale down to the 15 minute. And I'm just showing you guys that, I'm just showing you guys all the fair value gaps that we were using to take our trade with. So we also have a 15-minute fair value gap here. And usually when I do see a tap into a 15-minute, um, I like to kind of trade off those, I guess. Yeah, so next we scale down to the 5 minute time frame, and this is when things get a little bit spicier. Okay. Um, let's see. So pre-market, before even market even opened, let me just explain what pre-market was doing. Pre-market was coming up. It never really broke structure to the upside, so technically we were still bearish on the lower time frames. And we did create a BPR, or in inverse fair value gap here, but I wasn't really too worried, right? Because when market did open, we did come down, but we were kind of ranging around here, and we did tap into this 5 minute fair value gap. And like I said, we also tapped into the 15-minute fair value gap, so I'm just adding more confluences, right? Um, but overall, the trend structure, we are bearish. There's no way somebody would say this is bullish. I mean, yes, you could take a long after we do tap into a level of liquidity, but most of the time, um, it's still bearish. All right, unless you see more confluences on the lower time frame, and then you just add it to whatever you are looking at. And yeah. Anyways, so from the 5 minute, we see a nice reaction to the 5 minute fair value gap and the 15-minute fair value gap. So I scale down to the 1 minute, and 1 minute is when the things get a little bit better to look at. Because okay, so market opened. Let me just show you guys the pre-market too, because this also matters a lot. So pre-market, we had created a bullish 5 minute, bullish 1 minute fair value gap. And then when market opened, we collapsed all the way down, creating a big black candle all the way downwards. Um, yeah, it really created a fair value gap for us, a bearish one, and then also created a inverse here. So overall, when I do see price tapping into these fair value gaps, I'm obviously not going to take a trade just yet. I could have honestly taken a trade off this BPR, but I decided to wait it out and see if we had more confluences, which we did. But overall, when I see price tapping in and having like candles actually close, um, having candles close. Sorry, I think my lighting is too dark, bro. You guys aren't even like, bro. I'm like pitch black right now. But Oh fuck. Anyways, so I don't usually like seeing candles being closed in a fair value gap. I don't think it's like a clean setup. What I do like seeing is usually like a tap in with the wick and then having the closure just below it. And to me, that shows strength. And when I see strength, I like to take a trade off that. But anyways, alright, going back to what we were explaining. So we create a bearish fair value gap. We tap into the BPR, and then from there, we also create a bullish fair value gap. So when this candle closed here, we then created an inverse, and then from there, I was like, okay, we're still on a downtrend. We broke structure to the downside here. We never broke structure to the upside. So in my opinion, I'm gonna be looking for shorts in a quick moment, which when we close or when price tapped into this fair value gap and then we closed below right over here, I entered off this candle and then I was honestly targeting this low right over here. So this would have been my break even, and then obviously not my TP, but I could have targeted this low too because that was our initial TP. If I scale back down to, or if I head back to the 1 hour, this was our first TP. Now I didn't really have like, I didn't expect us to obviously go down like all the way. Um, my main points were just like the 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 liquidity levels that we noted down or that we drew out. So I didn't expect us to just like collapse all the way down. So my TPs weren't that great. I did end up taking a profit right around, or I did close the trade around here because once I saw like a reaction to the upside, I think I was like, okay, most likely it's gonna come back up again. But yeah. So overall, I had my stop loss here, and I honestly could have had it here for a better risk to reward. But I usually like keeping it at the 5 minute fair value gaps because, yeah, like I said, today was a news day. We had core PPI, so I chose to de-risk and also have my stop loss a little higher than usual because um, I don't really want to get stopped out by, I don't know, like let's just say news or whatever, some kind of news between market open and the 7 o'clock news or some shit like that, which we didn't even have. But like honestly, I just didn't want to play it riskier um, than usual. So we did also have a potential trade where we could have went long once we created a BPR here, or once we close above this bearish fair value gap, create an inverse, and then we also tap into the fair value gaps here. And this is a trade that I saw a lot of people take. Um, in my opinion, I was like, I don't think I would have honestly taken it just because I didn't really see anything on the 5 minute. Unless we close above this and then we come back and retrace into this inverse fair value gap, then I might take it. But other than that, I wouldn't have taken it. But yeah, that was overall my trade of the day, just one short. And yeah, pretty much. So I'm just gonna add this to my journal, or I'm just gonna show you guys what my week is currently. So um, yeah. So overall, um, it's been a boring week. We really haven't really won too many. I mean, this was really our first win of the week. We did take a break even on Monday, and then for Tuesday, we took a zero point 0.5 loss, which I am not gonna explain, but because it was a really bad trade. But yeah, overall within the week we are just up 1.5%. For Top Step, which I can show you guys, we are just up $365. That's actually unique. 365. But yeah, here are my executions to show you guys that I'm not capping. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, but honestly, we could have made more. You should never have that mindset actually. If you're a person to think that, you always need to like make more money in the market once you even like close your position or close your trade, that mindset will really mess you up. So ideally, guys, just try not to have these kind of emotions affecting you, all right? Like obviously you could say it and take it as a joke, but come on. In the long run, it will kind of mess you up. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. Like I said, it's been a long time since I created a trading recap, so this might be, kind of boring or whatever. I don't know, whatever you guys want to say. But yeah, overall, I made money, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So within the next couple of days, we do have some, I think, higher impact news. So I will be on the market, but I'll probably again de-risk and maybe not even trade. We'll see. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.